Albania is located in southern Europe and borders Kosovo, Montenegro, Macedonia, and Greece. Before the Kosovo War, Kosovo was under the control of the republics of Montenegro and Serbia. The Kosovo War ultimately led to the migration of 400,000 Kosovar Albanians. Although a large majority of Kosovo Albanian diasporas immigrated to either Germany or Switzerland, some Albanians found themselves migrating to the United States.
For the most part, the school system is similar. The only thing that is different is the opportunities after high school are very scarce in a sense. Most people just start working as mechanics, go into farming, or open up their own businesses and whatnot. Not till maybe the past 10 to 15 years have students really tried to pursue an education outside of high school and go to college. Now it's become sort of the norm as there's universities opening up every now and then, and more people are definitely attending colleges these days. A significance about my culture would have to be the code of honor, or the kanuni leg dugagjine, as it is said in Albanian. The code was used before the 15th century and is still relevant today. It shapes a lot of beliefs and ideologies of most people out there in Albania. Uh, the code of honor, it was sort of a way to keep peace, and it held Albanians to a certain standard of behavior. Personally, I haven't faced many stigmas myself, but I know that my parents definitely have, especially my mom. For Albanians, according to the code of honor, women are to do as the man of the house says, and they all have the same rights as men do politically, but socially it's very different. Women usually stay at home and take care of the children, and most of them definitely do not work jobs. I was very young when I came into the States. I was only 3 years old, so I wasn't really surprised by anything in America because I really don't have a recollection of it. But I know from what my parents have told me, they definitely were surprised by traffic lights. They've never seen traffic lights before. The freeways, those 5 lane, 6 lane freeways, they were definitely shocked by those. And supermarkets, they had never seen supermarkets as big as Costco or anything like that before. So that was probably the biggest surprise to them. Albanian Americans are so underrepresented in our society because there's very few of us in California. Uh, if you look at a page on Facebook, it's Albanian Americans in California, and there's only about 400 members in that group. So it's hard to meet Albanians around here because there's just not that many of us. My closest relatives live in Texas, and it's even tough to keep in touch with them just because they're so caught up in their daily lives, and we're caught up in our daily lives. I mean, we talk every now and then, but it's not the same as having people around you, the same culture and same background. It's definitely not the same. Yes, I do wish we were better represented, definitely. Not too many people know or understand anything about Albanians, and it sucks because every time I meet someone, I have to explain to them, and they still don't end up understanding, or they don't know where it is or anything like that. And it's frustrating, honestly, especially because many historians see what happened in Kosovo and Albania as a form of ethnic cleansing or genocide by the Serbs, but the average person has no idea about it. And I just don't want the hardships my people went through for our country to be forgotten. So yeah, I do wish we were better represented, definitely. Yeah, when we were coming to America, we really had no idea where we were going. We lost our homes, and we had no idea about the whereabouts of our families. We had this idea and this conception of what America was, but we really didn't know what we were going to. Uh, we just had to hope for the best. That's pretty much all we could do at that point. We were coming into unknown territory, and we had to learn how to survive. Um, Luckily, we did have help through government programs and whatnot, but it was still definitely tough. My father, he only had less than 50 cents in his pocket once we got here, once we landed on the States, and that's all we had at the beginning. it's crazy because back in Albania and in Kosovo, he was a respected engineer, and when we came here, he was forced into becoming a factory worker just so he can provide for me and my mom, and it was tough. It was definitely tough at the beginning, yeah. Yeah, if I could change one thing about the immigration process, it would have been having more of my family come to the States instead of being left behind. Other than that, I wouldn't change a thing. I'm very blessed and lucky to have come into the U.S. because if not, I don't think I would have had the opportunities that have been given to me this far throughout my life. I probably wouldn't have gone to college, and I definitely wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing today with sports and education. Who knows? I may have not even been able to be alive for these 19 years. So I'm very fortunate and very thankful to the U.S. and what it has done for me and my family. God bless America.